Good morning, guys. I am outside. It has been raining for the last few days, and it has been raining this morning as well. It's pretty bad weather. I'm wearing lots of layers of clothing. It's dry now, but if it starts raining, unfortunately we are forced to go inside. But I'm outside because I do have some exciting news to share with you guys, and also because the project I'm starting has to do a little bit with what I'm going to share with you guys. But it includes cleaning this whole back area here, so you guys don't really see this part often, I think. Well, I show it sometimes, but mostly in summertime, because then I spend more time here. This is actually the backside of my cottage. You can see it's turning a bit green here because of all the rain, but that's fine. It will be gone in summertime, and I quite like the look of it anyway. But you can see this here. This is the cat enclosure. I built that one, I think, a year ago or so. Some of you will probably have seen that video, and also have seen the cats that live in there. They are in one of their warm indoor homes now because they of course don't like to be outside when the weather is very bad. They will probably show themselves very soon, and I'm going to actually make a very large extra part of this enclosure here. So I wanted to do this, I think last year when I made this one. I told you guys that it was probably going to be bigger in the future. Well, the future is nearly here, because I'm going to start a project now, and it starts with cleaning this whole mess here, because this area is not often used. We have a lot of storms here, and everything gets blown around, and everything flies everywhere, you know, when you have stuff in the garden or laying around, and this always gets a bit messy because it's out of the way. You don't really see that often, so it's a place where we put things quickly and need to clean it up later. So there's a lot of garbage here, stuff that just needs to be thrown away, stuff that needs to go. So I'm going to start cleaning out this area, because I will actually expand the cat enclosure, which ends here. So I'm going to extend it. I think around here there will be some sort of corner, and then it will follow the whole length of my cottage. So they have a lot more space to walk and to play around. It will all have a roof over it, so they can be dry in there. This one also has a roof, of course, so they are already dry. It's not like they are wet. And so I think that's going to be a very cool project, and I'm going to build it that way, with all nice things along the wall where they can climb up and they can play, and I think they are really going to enjoy that extra space. And now I'm talking about this now, and I know there's a lot of controversy about keeping cats like this. I know there's a lot of different opinions, and I know there are some people that say cats should always be outdoor animals, and they are free and you need them to be able to walk around. And there are also people that say cats need to stay indoors because they harm other animals, and it's sad if they are always outdoors. And to all of those groups of people, I would say I understand where you're coming from, you know, all those different opinions. Mostly I agree with what everybody says, and I want the best for my animals always. And I think you guys know that I always try to do that as well. But in this case, these two cats, I just don't think they would do great if they are free outdoors. They are in real danger here with all the farmers around and all the heavy equipment. They are not too careful. These cats are brought up indoors. They are not used to the outdoor world. They are both, I would say, fancy cat breeds, so not like our other cats that do fine outdoors because they are used to it and they are very hardy. These two are not. They are not the smartest, to say it kindly. One of them is actually pretty dumb as well. He falls from trees and everything, so he's not good at being outdoors. And also, I just look at what they want. Sometimes I do them indoors to see if that's what they want. But they seem to like it outdoors more. So even if they are inside my cottage, which I think is fine, they can be there if they want. Most of the times they would like to go back here again. They seem to be used to it and really enjoy it together. And if I think any of my animals need something else, I always try to give them what they need. So hopefully the people that are worried now understand why I do this and why I keep them here. Also to keep them safe from the other cats, because these two are just so kind and sweet and calm. And the outdoor cats we have walking around here, most of them, they are free roamers. They do not belong to anybody here, except for our own cats, of course. But we have a lot on the property that just came from somewhere, and they will go again and come again. And those cats, they can be quite the fighters. So they can be quite dangerous for my animals, for my cats, the ones that are not real fighter animals. So it's also to keep them safe. It's not like... it probably feels for some people like I lock them up here and they are not enjoying life, and I don't think that's true. But I do think they would enjoy a bit more space, and I would like to give them that more space. So that's why I'm going to expand their enclosure, which I wanted to do from the beginning. But I think this is a good moment. I have some leftover wood that I'm going to use, so it's going to be a real DIY project with all the things I have left over. So it's probably not going to be the prettiest enclosure you can make, but it's going for them, it's going to be nice, and that's the most important thing. So I'm just going to lose scrap wood, all I have left over, and then see if we can make something nice, which I'm not going to finish today. I will start by cleaning. I can feel some raindrops already, so I might continue tomorrow if it gets too bad. But I just want to tell you guys about the start of this project, which I think is going to be really cool. I think they will really enjoy it. And then I have the news to share with you, because you guys probably remember the time that Mokka, which is my female cat. So I have Mokka and Azure in here. Some of you guys might not know that. A female and a male cat. Azure, he is the male. I got him, I think it's 2 years ago now or something. I'm not too sure. But he has been here the longest. And he was, I think, feeling pretty lonely. The other cats here don't like him because he's a bit different. He's not as smart. He's very sweet, but they don't get along at all. So Milky and Cruella, the cats you probably see the most in my videos, they don't like him at all. They want nothing to do with him. But I think he was getting a bit lonely, so I got Mokka. And Mokka is a Maine Coon. Azure is a Ragdoll. And they get along great. So they are in here together. You can see probably Mokka over there in the corner. She's very sweet. And they get along great. And they always live together here. And I wanted to breed with them as well. She did get kittens last year. Which didn't go so well. It was her first litter, and sometimes that's that doesn't go too well. It causes problems because it's the first time, and also it took a long time for them to breed together. So at one point I was like, I don't think Azure is interested in her. They lived like brother and sister, and they were fine with it. I guess they are very nice together, so I didn't really mind. And I also don't want them to breed a lot. I don't want to have kittens. Too many kittens is never a good thing. So I always have friends and family looking for nice kittens. So I want to make sure every kitten has a really nice home. And to make sure of that, I don't want too many kittens in a year. And I also don't want to do it to her. She needs to be healthy and happy. But after that time, we got kittens one time. And it never happened again. So I was like, maybe this is just it, he is no longer interested in her, and that's fine. If they don't make kittens, I'm fine with it as well. I'm just going to keep them. If I have kittens, I will always make sure they find a new home somewhere else, because I think these two together works great, and that's enough for me. But now, I think it is a week ago, I could see they were breeding. Which is great, because I was hoping it would happen this spring, and of course I don't know if it was successful. It's way too early to say anything about that, but it would be so nice, because I was very hopeful still, although in my mind I was like, I don't know if it's going to happen again. It took a long time for them to start breeding last year. Some of you guys will probably remember that, how excited I was for it, because it's so special. They don't do it often. But it happened now, and I don't know if it was successful, but I'm hopeful it was. And that would mean that around Easter I will have kittens again. And around that time Mokka will also live inside with me in my cottage, just so I can keep a close eye on her, see if everything goes right, just make sure she is alright. Azure is very kind to kittens and to Mokka when she is due and when she's giving birth and after she gave birth. And to the kittens, he's very sweet, so I can keep them together. But I noticed that Mokka prefers a bit of space and quiet, and it isn't great for her when it's too busy. And Azur can sometimes be a little bit annoying. So I'm going to see what they want. If I think they are better off together, I will keep them both inside my cottage for a few weeks. And if I think she needs the space and the quiet, I will probably just keep her inside to make sure she's alright. But yeah, that's some very exciting news. I'm also a bit scared, so I'm going to keep a close eye on her. It will be the second time she will have kittens. Of course, I'm always in contact with my vet, which is a great person. So I'm really happy with that, and it also helps if you know there's somebody that's going to help you out if it's needed. But sometimes with these things it just happens, like last time things just happens, and everything went smoothly when she was giving birth, so I'm very confident that will be going smoothly again this time. But yeah, I'm very excited. It's been a long talk again, guys. You probably think that's boring, start building things. I will soon. And if you skip while I'm talking, of course I'm always fine with it as well, but I just wanted to explain a bit about what's going on, about the exciting news. Around Easter we will hopefully have kittens. Hopefully everything goes alright, because it's the second time now. I will keep her inside around that time, so don't worry, she's not going to be outdoors when she's giving birth. And even outdoors here, they are always dry, you know, they are never wet, they are never in the rain. They have a lot of houses in here where they can stay warm as well. And if it's crazy freezing or crazy storming or anything like that, of course I will always make sure they are safe and comfortable. So please guys, don't worry about that. I know some of you might think it's sad this way, and I understand, but I think everybody keeps animals in the way they think is best, and it's the same with me. And yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys a bit, so sorry for the long talk. I will start cleaning up here, but around Easter, so it's going to be pretty exciting around that time. I'm really looking forward to it. But building this has actually nothing to do with the kittens, because when the kittens are born, they are going to stay inside with me, so I can socialize them, I can make sure they are healthy, they eat enough, they are warm, they are safe. So the kittens are, maybe when they are a bit older, are going to be outdoors here, so they can play around a bit more and be in nature a bit more, although in a safe enclosure. But firstly, they are just going to stay inside, so it has nothing to do with building this. I wanted to start building this anyway. I planned it already. I ordered some things because I need some wire and some extra wood and things like that. But then I saw that they were breeding, and yeah, it's great timing anyways. But it's not like I'm going to build this for the kittens, because the kittens will be gone to a great home once they are old enough. And I already have a few people that would like one. Some people know the parents, they know Azur and Mokka, and they know that they are both amazing cats. So I have a few people that told me last time, oh, if you have kittens, please let me know, because I would love one. So I'm really looking forward to it, but I'm still, you know, you never know what's going to happen. So hopefully everything goes alright. And now we are just going to start building this, start cleaning, and see how it goes.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the earth.
So removing all the stuff from here took a bit longer than expected. Pretty heavy stuff as well, but it's gone now. We are going to throw most of it away and some of it will be firewood, but that's something that's going to happen later. Now it's just out of the way. And by the power of editing, it will probably seem like it just took a few minutes, but in reality I was busy for almost 30 minutes or so, and there was some chicken disturbance as well, and I saw a chicken running around. You guys might have seen it as well. The chickens are pretty much always around when I'm doing things. They just like to watch me, and if I remove things here, a lot of insects and things like worms are underneath everything, and they love to just take a little snack break, see what I'm doing, scratch around in the garden, and I love to watch them. But there was a little bit of panic happening. Most of the times when that happens, it's because there's a predator around. There's a hawk flying around. You can hear the bit of panic screaming, but this time it was probably because of this. So we knew some of the chickens started laying again, and I just removed all the stuff here, and one of their secret nests is here. So we have nesting boxes inside the chicken coop. They use them a lot of the time, but some chickens like to find a nice peaceful place in the garden, so sometimes you need to go on a little bit of an egg hunt. Dylan and I most of the times look around once or twice a week just to see if we find a space where they like laying. Most of the times it's around a secluded area, like here there was that small cabinet and there was all this stuff around, so she probably felt safe here. And actually above here, you cannot see it now, but you probably saw it in the last clip. There's a window, and that window is the window in my bedroom. And when in the morning, very early, I sometimes hear chickens here. So that's probably she is up bright and early to find their secret spot and lay some eggs here. And there are a few of those spots around the garden. It's always nice to find one, because then if I leave an egg in here, she probably will come back and lay here again, so it's easy for me to find the eggs. But this time I disturbed her way too much, and she really didn't like me finding her place, so she will find another place tomorrow. And for now this one is probably ruined, so we need to go on an egg hunt again somewhere this week, but it's always just a funny thing to do. So yeah, that's something we found while cleaning up here. And always when living on the countryside, life is full of surprises in every way, and surprises like these are always just funny to find.
Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Let a path now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover, agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond dawn. A bigger scale, the world in hands.
So I'm sort of very roughly leveling the ground a little bit, just so it's a bit more even. Nothing too crazy. Doesn't really need to be perfect now, but once I finish the structure, so that's what we're gonna start out with. So I'm going to start out with building the structure, which I'm going to do with all the leftover wood I have laying around. So it's going to look a bit funky, but that's fine. If it works, it works. So that's what we're going to start out with, like with the skeleton, the structure. Then after that, I am probably going to put on like the outside. That will be, I don't know what it's called in English. It's like chicken wire, but then it's thick. The same I used on the other stuff. This will probably be black because it looks a bit better. So that's the next step. Once I finish that, I will probably put on a bit of roofing, so it's nice and dry in here. What I'm going to do then is put in probably the floor next. And in the other enclosure area I put in like those garden tiles, like just wood floor, and it works perfectly fine. Here I might use something else. I need to look into it a little bit. I don't have anything laying around. The only thing I have is like from stone, and I don't think I'm going to use stone here. I want it to be comfortable for them but also easy to clean. But I'm not too sure yet. So the floor is going to be the last part of everything, because right now I still need to move around, so it doesn't really make sense to put it in now. So I'm going to do that last. First structure, but I want it to be a little bit even, because when I'm going to lay out a structure I need to see where I need to do things basically. So this is good for now, and now you can also see a bit of the length I'm going to make this. It will probably be a good 6 or 7 meters, so nice, more space for them to play around. And in reality they are probably only going to use it to sleep, but I just want to give them the option. So yeah, I think this is going to be a very nice addition to their home. But it's getting dark already, so we are going to continue this tomorrow. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but maybe you can hear Azur talking in the background. He's a very talkative cat, so you can hear him a lot, because when I'm talking he is talking as well. It's quite cute. Good morning, guys. You can see some garbage over there I still need to clean, and some friends here. It's the next day, and today it is cloudy. The weather's not great, it's pretty cold as well, but we're just going to continue the build of the cat enclosure. But first I'm going on a little side quest with my mom. She asked me to go with her to a thrift store like 30 minutes from here. It's quite a big one in an old farm barn. We used to go there quite a lot actually, even with my grandmother when she was still walking around. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do first. It's still pretty early in the day, so we are going to go there, probably spend an hour or so there looking around if they have some nice finds. I think my mom is looking for a clock or something, so yeah, we are just going to go there. A little side quest before we are going to start building again, and hopefully today we will finish the building part, the building of the structure that is, and then later on we can do the rest, but that's probably going to be another time. But first let's go to my mom. Even een beetje filmen af en toe. Oh ja, het staat het waarschijnlijk. Staat dit voor de deur? So I'm back from the thrift store. It was pretty cool. It was pretty busy as well. But my mom found some really nice things there. So she had a whole bag with stuff. Some pretty cool things as well. And I found this. I have 5 of those, which you can use to make a shelf. So you can put this on the wall like this, and then you can put something on top of here. And they were extremely cheap, and I'm going to use them inside the cat enclosure once it's finished. It will probably be cool to make some things they can climb up, and yeah, just make some things in the air for them, because cats, of course, they like to play in different heights. You know, they like to play on the ground, they like to play higher up, they like to climb. So I thought it would be nice to use those to make some kind of stairs for them, just things they can play around with. So now I'm going to measure some things here, and then after that we are going to go over to the place we store all our leftover wood. I found this one already. This is a pretty nice one to use for the points that need to be stronger because it's pretty thick. I'm not too sure why I'm going to use it now. First need to measure some things and see what we have. It's all going to be leftover scrap wood, things we don't use anymore. So it's going to be a bit of this and a bit of that, but in the end this is going to be like trusty process, because in the end I think it's going to look alright. I'm all going to paint it black. My cottage here, you can see the walls, they are black, and I think because it's next to my cottage walls it will look nice if it's all black, so I'm going to paint it anyway, just to make it a bit more of the same color, because everything is going to be a bit different. So we'll see if we can make something nice out of it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be alright, but trust the process, because at first it's going to look pretty crazy. So let's see what we're working with. I know I have some nice leftover planks, but I don't know if they are long enough, and I don't know if I have enough anyway, so we are going to see what we can get. Till the end there it's going to be like 5 to 6 meters. I will see what planks I have left over, because in the end part there, this is going to be aligned, of course, because they are coming out of this enclosure that's over there. So of course this needs to be attached, but in the end there I can just work with what I have, and it doesn't need to be a certain length, it's just what I like. So we are going to see what wood we have now. These will be pretty nice to make a roof out of. I have 4 of those, so I think that should work. So we are definitely going to take these. Those look pretty nice as well, so I'm also going to take those, and then we'll see what we're going to use. So now I roughly have an idea of what I want. So what I'm going to do is see if I have some waterproof paint left over. Don't know what to call it in English. It's bijts, we call it in Dutch. It's like a stain. because I'm going to put these a little bit in the ground, not to use it as support, because the structure is going to support itself and I'm going to connect it to my walls. I'm just going to put it a little bit in the ground so they stand up straight and I can see what I'm going to make, just so I can make a bit of a layout and see how it's doing. And also because when it touches the ground it's better to have some stain on it to protect it from the elements. I just don't know if that's something I'm going to do first, or I'm going to paint it everything at once I build the structure, because I'm going to paint it anyway. So yeah, I'll have to think about that. Guys, with things like these, I could edit out all of my thinking processes and just show you guys the building things and how that's doing, and then it would probably go a lot quicker and you would just see me building nice things and how it looks in the end beautiful. But I don't think that's realistic, because a lot of the times, a lot of things with building and making things, DIY projects around the homestead, around my cottage, a lot of thinking is involved and a lot goes wrong, and most of the times I'm just, you know, doing it on the go, see what I like, see what works out. So to keep it realistic, I like to show that as well, but that way it takes a bit longer and doesn't look probably like I know what I'm doing. A lot of the times you will probably think it looks like I'm just doing something and seeing how it goes, and that's probably true anyways, you know. I'm just seeing how it goes, looking to see what works and what doesn't work, and yeah, that works for me, so that's just how it goes. In the end we always get there, and if I don't like it I will break it down and then make it again, so that works fine as well. So this project, I told you guys, I'm going to do mainly with leftovers material, but I did buy some new things like tie wraps, paintbrush, just some cheap stuff, you know, these connection things, because I'm going to need those and I don't have them. So I did buy some new stuff, but some screws, all of it is in here, and the rest, all the wood is going to be leftover wood. I didn't buy anything new for that purpose, because I have a lot laying around. Wood is pretty expensive as well, so yeah, it's just going to be a cheap DIY project with the things I have around. And I think this whole thing, I bought it at like cheap, very cheap store where they also sell hardware stuff. Not really hardware, but like small tools and screws and things like that. Not like wood and the bigger stuff, but small stuff they sell. And I think for this whole thing with screws and everything I paid like 15 euros or so. So that's not too bad. So if I'm going to spend only 15 euros on this whole project, I'm pretty happy with that. That would be amazing. So we'll see. I think we should do it. I think I have enough, so we'll see in the end. Oh, that's not completely true, because I am going to buy the outside, you know, the chicken wire thing. I don't know. It's like thick chicken wire. Of course I did buy that because I don't have enough laying around, and it was actually pretty expensive as well. I think it's going to be like 70 or 80 euros for that, which is alright. You know, I need it anyway, so cannot really complain about it. What I'm going to do now is measure how long I want to be this one, because the roof is going to be right under my window here. I would like to make it a bit taller, because then I can stand in there. So maybe I'm going to dig out the ground, but that's just that's something we will see later. For now we are just going to measure this, and I want it to slope down so the rainwater will go this way. So it's going to be even lower on this side. For the cats it's fine, of course, just a bit harder for me because I cannot stand in there, but that's fine as well. I am not going to go in there that often, so it needs to be good for the cats and not so much for me. So this saw is having a little bit of problems lately. I don't know if it's the battery or just the saw mechanism itself. So we'll see if I manage to do it, and if I notice it's causing problems again, I will just grab a hand saw and do it by hand, which is fine. Things like these would definitely be easier if you have two people, but I'm just doing it alone, so sometimes it's a bit fidgety, you know, it's a bit hard to hold everything together, screw everything in, but I'm just doing it step by step, and most of the times it works out, and if it doesn't work out at all, you can always ask help if you need it. But I think that if you just keep trying and trying, that in the end it always works out better than you suspect it will. So yeah, most of the times I manage fine on my own. So I'm keeping it loose like that. I don't know if you can see it, but the screws are not completely in till the end. I do that on purpose because I can move it around a bit still. Because when I have everything secured, then I will tighten this. So now there's just a little bit of movement to, you know, make sure it's straight. So that's why I'm not screwing everything in completely right away. So it's not like I'm forgetting, guys. It's on purpose, so I can do that next time when everything is secure. I can tighten everything up, and then it should be very stable. So I was getting ready to tell you guys that's it for today, but don't go, because I got some very exciting news. The structure, what I can do now is done, because I want to attach the wire on the outside of the structure. So that means that if I continue now, I just make it harder for myself. So we are going to keep it this way, and then next week I should have the wire. We will put it on, and then I think I might even be able to finish this project next week. But for today I have something very exciting, because I just got news from one of my neighbors. My mom just texted me that there are some newborn baby goats there. One of my neighbors is actually the one pretty close to us. Some of you guys might remember that I was talking one of my YouTube videos about the sheep that were escaping, and those sheep are actually my neighbor's sheep. So it's one of the neighbors that's close to us. So we are going to go over there, take a walk there. It's just a short walk, but my mom loves to see baby animals. Who doesn't, of course? I love to see them as well. So we are going to go over there. It's also, I think, done for today with working outside, because the sky is turning pretty dark over there. With the sun on my face, it's actually quite nice. But yeah, we are going to go over there, watch the babies. It's always so nice to see. It's a bit early, I think a bit earlier than expected as well, but they are inside and I think they are doing fine. So we'll check there. If I can, of course, I will show you guys. They are just born, it's fresh. So very, very nice news for today. And I think it's also cool to end the video that way. So a small side quest again for you guys. If I can film them, of course I will. I will walk there. Oh, I will walk over there in a few minutes, meet up with my mom, go there together. But with these things, I always want to keep the animals comfortable as possible. So if we see the goats don't like it, or it's just too busy for them, we will leave them alone. But if they are comfortable and I can come a bit closer and they are feeling all right, I will see if I can film them for you guys, because it's always so cute.
Nou, juist van die en 2 verwacht en van die 3. Wat was dat? Net andersom.
Dat is toch te schattig? Nou, vind ik wel.
Ja, de melk is op. Ja, dat is heel vervelend. Daar zit niks in hoor.
Nee, als je ze zo ziet. Ja, nee.
Helemaal.
Hij kan het best.
Ben je oma blij dat ze weer mag lopen?
Nou, we lopen.
Dan trekt ze hem in 1 keer erbij, maar soms sleept ze hem ook mee. Ze sleept lekker erbij. Staat even lekker lang. Ja, ze sleept er maar.